Previously, in the anime, Goburou entered into the forest and hunted down monsters to copy their skills, but luckily he came across a dryad. Dryads are like succubus and loves to eat a man's energy, you know what I mean, right? So Goburou tried hard to resist her beauty, but at the end he falls flat for her, and Goburou gave non-stop action for 5 hours and then returns home. But his other girls got jealous seeing so many love bites on his neck, so their alchemist tried to make a move on Goburou first. And seeing that all the other ladies got jealous and request Goburou to let them in for a group adventure, well, can't explain any further, but Goburou vowed to take responsibility of the girls, so, after spending that passionate night, at morning someone came into Goburou's territory. He sensed them from afar and knew they were of some different race, so he goes out to meet them and they turns out to be elf. They were being too self-centered. But, to keep it short, humans are about to attack elves for their treasure, so they want goblins to join them in their army. For this, they would reward food supplies for a few months. Gobiji liked the offer, but Goburou rejected it. They wanted help, but they sounds like they are doing a favor to goblins. Elf can't handle the rejection, so Goburou pacified the three of them and Goburou warned him to tell his hidden group to drop down their weapons. One of them fired an arrow, but the way Goburou stopped it scared the guys and he orders to calm down. Goburou knew, and that is why he gave them an example of his power with his legendary weapon and made a graveyard of spears, so elves ran away tail tugged between their legs. And Goburou hoped they would stay away, but it's unlikely, so from the next day Goburou copied the skill from a slime and got fluid regeneration. With it he could now manipulate his own blood and share vision with his mini-self. Then the next day, Goburou made some nice clothes for all of his girlfriends with a new skill, and then, elves returns to get beaten up again. Goburou captured all of them alive. And that moron tells them he was hurt that he got bested by a monster so he wanted to kill Goburou. A girl in his team says they tried to stop him but the guy just couldn't listen. So Goburou promised to leave them alive if they win against goblins, and out of 23 elves, 6 men lost and Goburou ate them to copy their skills. He swapped the ladies and made it easy for them to win and decided to make them into prisoners. Hearing this, Gobji can't wait to take a girl, but Goburou warned the old man to stay within his limits, but Gobji can't seem to calm down, so Goburou told him to do things in moderation. And soon after that, Gobkichi also reached level 100 while hunting, and as he returned home after evolution, Goburou noticed he evolved like a variant. His red skin shows the blessings of fire, and his steel-type body shows the blessings of war god, so Gobkichi challenged Goburou for a duel again, and many goblins gathered to witness this. In the end, Goburou barely won because of his fighting experience, but that night, a strange thing came into his dream and gave him something for some reason. Being confused he woke up from sleep. Then the next day, Alchemist Girl tested new goblins' aptitude for magic and found a healer in them. As for Hobsei, she also evolved into an ogre. She has grown in a half-spell lord, but she has the tattoo as Goburou on her hands. But aside from that, she took Goburou outside and showed her new level of magic powers. She was a half-breed and they don't have powers like a pure goblin, but Hosei was promising, so Goburou made new magic items for her. But he noticed that the goblins are evolving much faster than usual, which has something to do with him, and seeing this, the old generation goblins became enraged that the new gen goblins would not let them touch a girl, so they want to leave this village and Goburou happily told them to get lost, but he still gives them a mithril knife for their own safety. Then he saw that an orc had beaten a human to death, but the human had some kind of skill that Goburou sensed, so he killed the orc and ate the guy to copy his skill. He had beast tamer skill. Then at home, that alchemist girl made Goburou happy by making alcohol, and then, at dinner, he told them about the old gen goblins, and offered anyone can leave if they want, but no one wants to leave like them. So the next day Goburou made a magic item that lets them stay in contact over long distances and then distributed to others, after which Gabi caught a monster alive. So Goburou tried out his beast taming skill on it and he succeeded, so he tamed some wolves and made them bodyguards of his girlfriends. But after that Red Hair gave a new show of her skills. She was improving at a fast pace, and killed 3 kobolds herself, so while they sat down to eat, she asked to eat the same meat Goburou just ate, but there she got a new job. Her new job requires her to eat monsters regularly or she would die. But then, at night, Goburou sensed kobolds were attacked by a large group of something. Goburou couldn't sense what these things were due to the night. So he prepared his men's and lets kobolds into their den. They were chased by a skull army and arrows couldn't harm them. So Goburou sensed there was something summoning this skull army, and their blades and axe were useless on them as well, but their Sato accidentally hits a skull and broke it with his elbow, so Goburou found the answer to breaking them was raw power, so everyone started breaking up bones with their bare hands and the red hair was busy eating those monsters. Well, Goburou thought he could reach the boss in 10 seconds but he made his way to the boss in just 7 seconds, there he ate that monster as well. And copied its skills. Then kobolds told them they accidentally dug the Velvet's room and the guardian woke up, so they ran towards here as they often heard about a powerful ogre. Kobolds accepted Goburou as their new lord, but goblins had killed many kobolds, but the nature's law is for the strong to rule, so they gave up. Everything was going surprisingly well. And unfortunately, that's where the episode ends, but if you missed previous episodes of Re-Monster, I've created a playlist where you could watch all the previous episodes, playlist link in description. Please watch all of the episodes to understand the storyline. Until then, take care.